The hidden psychology of significant age gap relationships. Society counts love in years, but real connection runs on something else entirely: resonance. Time doesn't decide compatibility, it only marks how long a body has been walking around. What actually separates two people isn't the number of birthdays between them, it's how far each one has travelled toward knowing themselves. An age gap doesn't make a relationship more enlightened or less. It just makes visible something every couple eventually has to face: the unspoken agreements running underneath the love. Every relationship is an exchange. People think they're choosing a partner. Usually they're choosing a feeling. One person wants calm. The other wants to be stirred awake. One craves roots. The other craves flight. The years between them are often just the surface of a deeper trade happening beneath. So the real question was never why the age gap, it's what are we giving each other access to? Age is a costume, not a truth. Culture treats age like identity. Reality treats it like timing. Someone can rack up decades and still be numb inside. Someone else can be young and already deeply self-aware. Wisdom isn't a reward for time served, it's earned through what you actually process. And youth isn't skin, it's how alive you still let yourself be. So don't ask who's older. Ask who's awake, why the pull feels so strong. Sometimes one person's steadiness is exactly what the other has been missing. The younger one exhales. Finally, I can rest. The older one lights up. Finally, I remember how to feel. Both are real, but every spark like this asks a harder question underneath. Is this inspiration or is it dependency? If someone else's calm reminds you of your own, that's growth. If it replaces your own, that's a warning sign. Same with aliveness. If their energy reawakens something in you, beautiful. If it becomes the only place you feel alive, fear has quietly moved in. The contracts nobody signs out loud. Under most relationships live unspoken deals. I'll admire you if you protect me. I'll stay young for you if you keep me safe. I'll never leave if you never stop needing me. Nobody says these on day one. They creep in slowly, each one disguised as devotion, until one day love has quietly turned into debt. Love should stay a free exchange, not a payment plan. The crowd has opinions too. Judgment rarely comes from strangers alone. It comes from inherited beliefs nobody chose. Who's allowed to love whom? Who holds power? Who deserves desire? An age gap relationship pokes at all of it. Some people respond with curiosity. Others respond with judgment, not because the relationship threatens them, but because it threatens what they thought was certain. People defend certainty harder than they defend truth. Projection is real, but so is discernment. A lot of outside criticism is really just someone else's fear, reflected back. The person scared of abandonment sees manipulation. The person hung up on money sees a transaction. But projection cuts both ways. Not every criticism is empty. Stay open without swallowing everything whole. Don't let the relationship become parent and child. The biggest risk isn't the age difference. It's forgetting to stay equals. Guidance turns toxic the moment it replaces mutual respect. One person starts teaching, the other starts asking permission. Attraction runs on polarity, not hierarchy. Growth needs two students, not a teacher and a pupil. Time is part of the relationship too. Age gap couples get an early invitation to face mortality honestly. One partner may age first. One may become a caretaker sooner. Avoiding that conversation breeds anxiety. Naming it out loud builds intimacy. On it says, I'm here for who you become, not just who you are right now. It comes down to the nervous system. Underneath every romance is biology. Do you calm each other or destabilize each other? Does conflict lead somewhere or just wear you down? Long-term love isn't about constant joy. It's about two people who keep helping each other find safety again. Freedom, not ownership. Real love makes room for you to keep becoming yourself. Attachment shrinks that room. If love asks you to stay small so someone else feels secure, that's fear dressed up as romance. The question underneath everything, eventually every relationship asks, do you love me? Or the role I play in keeping you okay? Partner or therapist, equal or parent. Reminder that you're alive, or the only proof you have. When those illusions fall away, love gets simple. The real invitation, if a relationship can survive total honesty, it has real potential. Stay curious, stay humble. Keep growing. And the years between your birthdays start to matter less and less. Because in the end, there's only one real measure of intimacy. Can two whole people walk side by side without asking the other to become smaller? Each sentence can be long if the input requires it, but must not exceed 30 words. If a sentence is longer, split it into 2 or more natural sentences without altering the content.